Noface, Nocase, the coolest podcast in the world. Slide.
No case, man. Really shit in the streets. Tap in.
Live, man. No face, no case. You know what I'm saying? Your host Cheese.
Yes,
Tapping
sir.
in with that boy Steel Gram
Yes, sir.
Productions, man. You already know, man. It's heavy motion, heavy sauce. You know
Yes,
what
sir.
I'm saying? Let the people know what you got going on, bro.
Man, shoot, man. My name's Still Graham. Shit, I'm just in celebrity cinematography, helping understand the culture. But my main goal is to shoot movies for our community and our culture. I basically want to expand the consciousness of the world, let everyone know that we all the same. So the long pole in the tent is I want to travel the world, learn different customs, and just make a documentary about it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now that's the vibes right there.
Yeah.
At the same time, lifting the frequency and the consciousness of the people.
Showing there ain't too much difference. We all trying to do the same thing. We all trying to live, survive, and provide. I feel that's like majority what everybody trying to do.
Yeah.
You know, no different from a janitor to a CEO. They all got a role to play.
So let the people know a little bit about your background, like what you do, you know what I'm saying, and about your production and everything, like in your businesses, because you also a black business owner.
Yes, sir. So Steel Ground Films, man, started from a t-shirt company. The Graham it used to stand for going really about money, but now it stands grown man or grown woman really about money. And how do you do that? You educate yourself. You know what I'm saying? By investing in yourself. So my whole brand is about self-investment, if that be financially, physically, or spiritually. And that's really the definition of it. Like, that's where the Graham come from.
Okay.
And the Graham really means, like, I use the word ground because it's a street terminology. It captures people's ear.
It definitely
You
does.
know what I mean? You know, grinding. Get it out the mud, grind for ground, rock for rock, however our culture says it.
What the letter stand for again?
Originally it was goon, really about money.
Okay.
You know, but it's evolved over the years, you know what I'm saying, with maturity. That name came up from a youngster I met when I was like 18. He was like, boy, we Graham, man, we going really about money, because we had to tell ourselves that when we was younger, when we was going through impoverished situations, to goon it out, stop crying, you know what I'm saying, get up and do what you needed to do.
Just thug it out.
And that was our scare tactic to keep ourselves, to keep doing wrong.
Right.
Or providing ourselves the wrong way, because that's all we knew. We were scared. And that's the truth. Like, everybody be tough, but when you trying to survive, trying to figure out your next meal, and you got to go rob and do all this other stuff, nobody wants to do that. But that was our slogan to, survive.
Okay.
Now it's still surviving, but as you mature, invest in yourself, education, you know what I'm saying, self-help books, things our culture as black men we don't have.
That we don't talk about.
Yeah, we don't talk about it at all. Everybody, oh man, I'm good, and they burn up inside. Yeah, so.
Yeah, I think that a lot of times too, with black men, how we raised, we never get a chance to even be emotional or vent at all. We told that is weak. So a lot of us black men just got so much bent up frustration and stuff because we don't know how to express it. That's why we gotta go to the gym or find healthy ways to get that type of energy out of us, because it starts spilling out in other areas of life.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I think a lot of people having this problem because it's a problem of the world right now. People's frequencies is raising, and with people's frequencies raising, a lot of people are starting to notice that, you know what I'm saying, if you don't work on yourself, your insecurities, flaws, or whatever start spilling out into other areas of your life.
Yeah, correct.
Just like in the chess. That's why I always love the game of chess, because in chess, if I see that me taking my time and moving frustrates you, I'm going to take my time. Because with you being frustrated, you're not moving your pieces correctly.
Correct.
And it's just a game. But even though it's just a game, because you don't have patience, it's coming out on the board.
For real.
It's spilling all over the board, to the fact that from across the board on the other side of the board, I can feel that you You don't got no patience. You in a rush. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna fall back. I'm gonna take all day to make this little bitty move. I'm gonna act like I'm thinking so hard. Go to touch the piece and put my hand back. Yeah, oh, come on, man. I got you. I'm being you mentally.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? And that's why I always like the chess, because whatever flaws you got is going to reflect on the board. So if I'm in a place in my life and I'm moving fast and I'm starting to play chess, I'm going to get my ass whooped. I'm like, damn, because I keep moving fast. That let me know that's how my mind is also operating even when I'm not in this game. That's why I'm moving fast in the game.
Yeah, but so I kind of explain myself, man. Tell the people, like, what you got going? You just recently started the podcast. Like, what's your end game? Are you still learning or trying to figure it out?
Man, I'm still always learning, man. Each one teach one. As the information coming, I'm giving the information. But I'm always in search for new information. You know what I'm saying? Unlimited information. It never stops. You know what I'm saying? You can't never stop learning and moving forward. Yeah. So me, Noface, Nocase, the podcast, man, we just taking off, bringing some more real energy back to the world. You know what I'm saying? We just lifting the consciousness of the world on every level, whether it be relationships, politics, whatever. We just raising the frequency level. We stepping it up. We trying to put everything in heavy motion. If you got a business, we trying to sauce it up even more. That's all we pushing on this platform. Yeah. Quality everything. Quality woman, quality man, and every angle. You know what I'm saying? Not gotta appease me. If you were, they might say you a pimp. Hey, but you quality. You know what I'm saying? Because it's always quality in everything.
Everything got to hustle. You got to respect.
It's good and bad and everything. And I just choose to try to find the good in things. And that's what I'm pushing on the podcast. You feel me? We ain't judging nobody. You know what I'm saying? We all got our personal issues. We come from where we come from. But we trying to move forward, not backwards. So it don't matter what hood, what set you claim. It don't matter to me. Because we pushing all motion, you know what I'm saying? Whatever set, as long as the set moving correctly and they on the real righteous shit. Yeah. I'm not pushing something that ain't righteous, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so getting into it, man, I know you got some questions that you want to get out there. We're going to start to see what question one is.
Yeah, man.
We can dive into this thing.
We can dive right into it, man. We just got some questions because, you know, no matter what your business, my business is, we all going through the relationship motions. You know, whatever anybody preferences is, we still gotta go through the motions. So, and with that being said, as a fellow black man, how do you feel about the dating market in this generation?
Well, man, I'm kind of off. Well, I am off the market. I'm in a relationship right now. But I just recently went through a divorce about 2 years ago, and I had to do the courting and the dating and the new relationship and woman and new baby. So like my perspective is a little bit different, but I have been. That's okay. Y'all already read it. If you didn't read it, go back and just wind it back a little bit and see what it says.
Definitely with the sauce now.
Yeah. It mean a lot. Just break down each word, but
right.
For me, just being observant on the outside end, the culture of dating has changed. I feel it's like more people are focused on their wants and not their needs. I don't think people are mentally attached to themselves anymore. They're attached to what they're seeing. You know, like I think about like our generation was a little bit more close knit as far as outside communication. And I say outside communication because internet was just coming out. We had Yahoo Chat Room, Black Planet, MySpace.
Yeah.
But we would go and talk to each other in face and not be texting each other in the same room.
Was outside.
Outside. Man, I'm about to go meet you at the cage, or we walked around with 20 guys, and we run into a group of 20 girls, you know what I mean? And politic, and everybody got to enjoy vibes and experience energies now. I think now relationship is city girls and shit, Future. I choose Future because shit, look, I say Future because listen to the music that's put out there. I'm a Paddock, a Philippe, my girl, or if he ain't doing this for me, you know, but how can you build a legacy if I'm just giving you money for some ass? It's a bunch of good pussy.
Talk about that.
It's a bunch of good pussy out there, and I'm pretty sure the women think that they done found. I ran across plenty of good men that do whatever they need to do, but I feel like there's no quality in relationships.
Quality, and there it go right there.
There's
That's
no
why I'm
quality.
breaking it down. So, how long you been in a relationship?
This about to be my longest relationship ever, and I'm still learning from the same mistakes before, because I'm gonna ask you a question. Who taught you how to be a man?
And that's a funny.
Who taught you how to be a man?
I'm gonna get all right. That's a funny question. I've never been asked this question. I'm gonna say
That's
this.
a real question.
I first learned how. Well, all right. I'm gonna just give my answer how I can get it, cause it's the best way I can get it. I really learned how to be a man in my life, cause I was raised by all women. So my first initial teachings were from women, how to be a man, what they thought a man should be.
All right.
But as time went on, I had to go out on my own and become a man on my own. And I'm gonna say my answer would be everybody taught me how to be a man, because how I learned how to be a man is by mimicking and watching other shit that I felt was man, and then going through the processes. And me thinking I was a man before I went to prison. But I'll be real, prison made a man out of me. I learned how to be a real man behind that wall because I was around men. You feel me?
Yeah. I'm going to say something. And I'm just using this from my own perspective. Like, me, I was a single father at an early age. And I knew that I couldn't teach my daughter how to be a woman. So I've always looked at a relationship or a woman that I feel like that had attributes that could teach my daughter.
And that's how you date.
That's how I date. Like, how let a man be a man.
Right.
But they can't accept it, because sometimes a man being a man is not correct. You know what I'm saying? Like me, one of the lessons I learned, I think having multiple women is being manly.
It's being a man, but
Yeah.
that has nothing to do with being a man. That's just a preference of a man.
Yeah, it's just a preference. And like me, I keep learning from each relationship, and I'm trying not to make the same mistakes.
That's what it's about, bro.
You know, like, and I feel like nowadays relationships don't allow healing processes through mistakes. You know what I'm saying? You learn a lesson, and it'll hurt you deep down to the point where you don't want to do it no more. But the other person, like, nah, you know what I'm saying? The other half, and they go vice versa, because sometimes women do it, sometimes men do it. But you know, just learning how to be but sticking to the subject. I learned how to be a man in prison too, and from the streets.
And that's why I'm glad you said what you just said. And that's why I say each one teach one. You just really just made some things pop to me when you said what you said. I don't think a lot of people caught it. All the real man locked behind prison. Now I'm gonna break that down, because it's still some real man that's out here. But majority of the real man that's out here in the free world already in relationships, already locked in. You know what I'm saying? So when a dating pool, but let's go further. Why you think all the real men locked behind the wall?
Well,
You think that's because of just they breaking the rules, or would it be more for what if it was designed to be that way?
I can agree with you, being designed. Like, we can break that's a whole nother topic.
Yeah.
But I would say, I'm gonna throw a question on top of that question to answer the question.
Okay.
How many successful black men you know that didn't go to the military, that are stable right now?
Shit, damn, everybody I know,
Everybody stable on your side?
that shit. All my dogs, yeah, they got this shit, and they ain't been to the military.
Me, see me traveling, like, I come from a military
But
background.
depending on what you saying, stable now. Cause you talking about.
I'm talking about middle class, upper middle class. They got their credit good. They family organized. They got kids and no kids. They just they successful. They got careers.
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna
They got careers.
I'm afraid that though, cause a lot of niggas got their paper together, but when you start talking about the credit and all that,
Forget
they don't
the paper.
got the infrastructure together.
Forget the paper. Legit.
Yeah, they ain't got the infrastructure together.
Legit.
Yeah. But
Got a career. Went to school for something. A doctor, a lawyer, a dentist, a other than wanting to be a rapper, entertainer, a hustler, sports, outside of that realm. And I'm just saying,
but because now that you say it like that, I really don't.
It's not a lot.
It's not a lot.
It's rare, and that's the thing that, and the ones that are, they're looked at as lames, weird, they different. But that's the crowd that I like to hang around.
The Scotch, boy, he got me on the Scotch.
Hey, a real
homie.
Damn.
Boy, this shit real deal.
Yeah, real deal. 89 proof. 89 proof. And that's what I think about. How can we build more successful black men? And to go back to the second question, the real men are designed to be in there. It's man, they getting too strong.
They getting too powerful.
Take them away. Even if they were doing wrong, think about, we said this good and bad go hand in hand at the beginning of the podcast. You can't judge.
Right.
Some people do wrong for the better of good, even though that sounds conflicting. But the playing field has never been equal.
But before we judge, I'm gonna tell us a short story.
Right.
The reason what inspired me to do this podcast, when I talk to females on relationship side, is because my high school sweetheart had broke my heart when I was a jitterbug. You feel me?
Yeah.
Everybody, the high school sweetheart, the first love did.
Yeah.
I was so bitter about that, but didn't even know I was bitter. I thought, like, fuck, after I got over it, I'm thinking like, man, fuck that, I'm on to the next. But the way I treated females, when I look back, I was bitter.
Yeah.
I was still hurt from what she did, and I pushed that hurt on every other situation I dealt with. And I kept doing it all the way up until I went to prison.
Yeah.
And then when I got in prison, when I'm reflecting over my past actions, I seen that I was judgmental.
Yeah.
I was bitter. I was angry, and I wasn't moving as player as I thought I was.
Yeah.
And it reciprocated that, because now when I'm reaching out saying send me pictures and stuff, how the other niggas getting, I ain't getting that. Why? Because I wasn't being as player as I thought I was. So I had to check myself.
You definitely not.
And I had to move correctly and fix shit was inside me. I had to heal myself. And so now I come to the podcast, and now I'm pushing love on these girls when I deal with them. No matter what, I ain't judging now. Because I used to be judgmental. But when I hear the stories, and I'm going to tell you what stopped me from being judgmental. A girl wrote me a letter. Just a little chick I met. I'm from St. Pete. She was from Tampa. I just used to pick up every weekend, let her come to my house. We hang out. Cooling. You know what I'm saying? She just getting away from her baby daddy for a weekend, and we just hang out. That's all it was. Just every other weekend, you know what I'm saying? And we had something going on. I had my judgments about the girl in my immature state. When I went to prison, this girl reached out, got my information, wrote me a letter in a time that I was down and out. And when I got the letter, I couldn't believe that this girl had wrote this letter to me and expressing all this shit, and she saying how I meant to her. But I had the whole time in my mind, I didn't judge this girl, and it made me feel bad. And then from that point on, I had to rechange my mindset, because when you start questioning people, whether it be male or female, you can judge, and we like to judge niggas because they raw. But nobody never take time to sit down with these niggas and understand what they went through and how they was raised or why they even got into it. And when you hear these dudes' stories, you start having sympathy for them.
Yeah.
We judge people who might have been more violent towards other men. But we never hear their stories. But when you hear their stories, you don't feel the same way. So that's what made me stop judging people. Because being in prison, you hear all kind of, hey, that nigga that did this and did that. They try to make him out to be some kind of crazy person.
Monster,
But then a monster. But then that one day he decide to talk to you and y'all have a conversation. He tell you his story. You down there in tears because you like, damn, bro, they did you like that. But
pound in a pistol, he got 25 years and he ain't even know no better.
Come on, man.
So like,
this what created
he acting out.
Not to start being less judgmental all the way across the board. Because you don't never know a person's story. So why should I judge? And anybody who conscious of a high caliber, a high frequency, they're not judging.
Shoot, I ain't gonna lie, man. I still gotta work on that.
We all gotta work on that.
Sometimes I judge. I think I'm an open person. Like, I'm a lot more open than I used to be, but I'm still reserved and closed. And I got this rule, man. I got an 80-20 rule, which is
talk about it, bro.
which is a fucked up rule. Like I'm starting to learn, like,
talk about it.
Cause same thing with you, similar story. Like I realized when I was young, all my torment. I had a girl I loved, high school. She got pregnant and we together, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna be a dog for the rest of my life. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm talking everything out, and I still think I'm dealing with that, because even like what I seen women in my family do, I'm like, I can't trust no motherfucker. Like I was raised by women. I won't say I was raised by women. I was raised by my mom and my daddy too. My daddy was always gone to Iraq and stuff like that, Afghanistan. So I would say I was raised by my mama. But what I seen women do and what they taught me,
you don't like it.
I'm like, yo, they savage. I feel a woman. I tell niggas this, man. For every side bitch you think you got, she got 2 side niggas.
I'm glad you said that. Let me.
She got 2. You just don't know.
Let me flip it real quick. See how you saying what you seen as a child growing up from women.
Yeah.
When I growed up, raised by all women, all I seen was good. So guess what that did to me? It made me gullible. It made me green. It made me naive.
Nah,
so,
they put me on game.
See, yours was moving differently.
Yeah.
Around the woman that you had, not judging, but they exposed you to shit to put you on game. The woman that I was around was more on some relationship, out the way, so I can't, that's all I'm seeing.
Yeah.
So when I went into dating, that's why I got taken advantage of first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just from what you saying, just to what you seen while you was growing up.
Yeah.
This is why even what you saying right now, you working on some, maybe the judgment thing might be a little tough for you, because you got to go tap into that core of your programming. The core of your program is what you was around and what you seen. You know what I'm saying? Is what you seen during when you was growing up. And that's why it's stuck in your head. No matter how much you learn, you going to take a while, because the subconscious part of the brain holds the greater weight, brother. If you
see my forehead wrinkle? Because, man, we can spin in circles all day on this, man. At the end of the day, you got to feel who you are in yourself.
Right.
And that's I think that's why we sit down today, man. We 2 black men. We trying to change the narrative.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm 32. Shoot.
I'm 32.
And look, you know what I mean? Like and
shout to all the OGs. 32.
I young OG, man.
Yeah,
so,
young OGs,
but I live like this. When I wake up, I'm like, if I died today, what am I gonna leave my kids or the people around me? Do I got life insurance? Do they got life insurance? Who gonna bury me?
Right.
Do they got access to my accounts?
Right.
Do they got money saved for college? And everybody go through the motion. Some people they be having motion, then you don't have motion. You have motion, then you don't have motion. But we have to learn how to create stability. And I feel like that's like where me and you connected at, man. We've been through something.
Right.
Yeah, and like right now, like I'm still not really an open person. I laugh, I joke, I giggle, but I feel like that's just emotional damage that the government did to me. I got taken from my home. At 21 years old, had a super bag, and I'm in a hole for 197 days fighting the case. I don't even fuck with half the motherfuckers on the case.
Yeah, these motherfuckers just bringing your name.
They just we just in the same neighborhood hustling, and really no evidence.
No evidence.
So before the whole, I didn't laugh, I didn't talk, I didn't play. I was real antisocial. Like I stayed secluded to myself. Now I think I'm so nonchalant about everything. Like all the waiter slump shit, she having a bad day, whatever. Tip the bitch there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you start to have understanding for other people.
Yeah, but it's too much understanding.
This way.
Yeah.
A lot of people, we get a lot of information from behind that wall that a lot of people don't get. What it's called is driving for the other person. Yeah. You gotta be able to think for the other person.
Cause they trying to crash out.
They crashing out, but they don't even know they crashing out. And that's why you gotta think for them. And once you think for them, you can have compassion to say, you know what, I'm still tip you. Cause you having a bad day. taking it out on everybody, but I know you won't really know what you're doing. You're not trying.
I got a story for that. So, my whole life, I've never wanted to be no gangster, no thug. Man, I was a little science nerd kid. I ain't sag. I ain't really talk slang. I always wanted to be educated. Like, man, I ain't. But I was a hustler. You know what I mean? I used to get up, cut the grass. 10 when the soldiers, they go on the PTO. Hey man, I cut your yard $40 front back. I know if you don't cut your grass, they gonna fine you $50.
Yeah,
let me go and cut it. I have you edged up. I got the edges, everything.
Yeah.
So, but I take that money and throw hotel parties. You know, $60 the little raggedy hotel where they trapping out of because this 13-year-old, 14-year-olds want to sneak out, run away. I was a runaway kid, so I would run away just to go throw a party to get some money and then ball out the week of school. You know what I'm saying? But I'm losing train of thought. The story is, like I said, how I carry myself. Like I don't talk slang. Like you know, going to penitentiary, you got people, they just be thugging. I understand the communication of a thug. What's up, bitch ass nigga? You know what I'm saying? What's up, nigga? All he doing is saying good morning. He ain't disrespecting you or nothing like that. He just, man, what's up? Good morning,
that's
man.
The frequency.
Yeah, that's what frequency on. He just politicking with you. But I had one guy, man. He had 15 years. And for 6 months straight, he's come to the kitchen. What's up, bitch ass nigga? Nah, nah, nah. I said, hey, bro, man, you just asked me how my morning going, bro. You know what I'm saying? What's up? How you doing? And 6 months of that. And then one morning, bro, he said, good morning to me. And we had the best conversation of our life. You know what I'm saying? And like, that's what you're saying. You got to think for other people. And I didn't fall victim.
Yeah, you could have took that the whole another way.
Nah, I could have been like, man, what's up? Yeah, man, nigga, I'm doing good. Fuck, boy. You know what I'm saying? You talk that lingo on lower my standard.
And I could have went a whole another way.
Just hood communication. You know, that's how they talk. It's like different dialects of Spanish.
Right.
And that's just his dialect. But I don't want to talk on that dialect. I have a vocabulary.
Instead of lowering your frequency, you roll some of yours.
I rose them up.
Right.
You know, so I rose them up.
Each one teach one.
And somebody taught me that. You know what I'm saying? Right. Somebody taught me just, bro, keep doing what you're doing. Because, don't get me wrong, yes, I have the vocabulary. Doesn't mean I didn't have a bad attitude. I could verbally assault you with words, and niggas used to get mad. Man, talk to me in English. But I'm speaking English.
I want to piggyback off what you talking about the frequencies. Even though you in a relationship, you still on social media, you deal with celebrity clientele, and you see stuff just how the world see it. In your opinion, is the quality black man? Because I don't speak for trash. Because I'm tired of trash getting called men when they're not men. That's a whole other topic. But in your opinion, do you see the black man in the relationship actually getting treated good by his black woman in the world? If in your opinion.
This is a hard question.
I like that. I like that.
Nah, it ain't hard.
I like that.
It's so many scenarios.
Before he even answer, just look how long it take the black man to answer this
It's just so many scenarios because.
But overall,
you got black women who are great that are dealing with men that don't know how to reciprocate love, and then you got black women who are dealing with black men who know how to give love that the black woman can't reciprocate. Right. I've been in both situations.
So we know it's all scenarios, but if we had to go overall, out of 100%, would you say over 50%? Over 50% of the black man getting treated properly, or at least how they should, or under 50%?
I'm in a different category though.
I say your opinion of what you.
All right. So my category right now is that I'm in the family realm. So everybody know I got kids, they got wife, and we all just focus on.
I'm saying outside of your circle, the world, the social media, the news. When you see stuff, when you see outside of your little circle, what do you see the black man going through?
I see both. I see real love out there.
Right.
I see real love, real couples getting money together,
right,
respecting each other, and
right.
I see ratchet love too. Toxic love is more dangerous than real love. I feel like toxic love more addictive because there's so much energy that's put into it.
I look at it like this. I don't personally like toxic shit and all that, but if and I have too.
Hey.
I don't personally.
Hey.
Sex is good. That's all I say.
Hey.
But I'm a person to say if that's what she like, I would more so like to see her get with somebody that fit. I'm gonna tell you what I like. You know what I like? That girl Sukiyama and her nigga
Kill Bill.
I love their relationship. You know why? No matter what anybody say about her or him, they got together off camera, came up with an agreement for themselves, and they fulfilling the agreement to each other. That's what I like. It don't matter what we say, she say, you don't like her pedigree, his pedigree. She really love that nigga, and she respect that man, at least from what we see, and he really love that woman, and he respect that woman. At least from what we see, and they love each other. And I see more of that. When I look at them, I just see the love. I don't see all the extracurricular shit because no matter what we want to say, judging them, she got her nigga and she love that fuck out that nigga.
Shout out to Kill Bill.
Shout out to that nigga, man.
Shout out
keep
to
thugging with your lady.
Hey,
keep
look.
pushing P with your lady, nigga. Fuck nigga talking about.
I didn't chill with homie twice, man. He came to Tampa one time. They had a great show. And then I had a little bit more extended conversation with them when I was at Young Blue Party.
Okay.
And then,
at the pool party.
Yeah, so I was with them at the pool party, and then I got the politic with them on the phone, man. They good people, man. They bought their business, man.
Bought that business.
And they stand up, man, no matter what they do. Like, I ain't seen them but great black excellence from them.
I love it.
Just so, but man, like you said, like I said, my answer is I see both. I see a lot of our youth, and I'm gonna say youth, which is,
30 and under type.
Yeah, I say 25 and under, even 30 and under. Yeah, 30 and under.
They follow. They more of them follow.
I don't know what they doing, but I know I got a 15-year-old, so I be watching like
what's going on.
Man, they listen. They on a whole like
music.
We can't. I try to keep up, but you can't really understand what the 15-year-old going with the music that's out today because they listen to our music, but they ain't like we got to listen to our grandparents' music. Like we got Maze, and,
they got other
Frankie
shit.
Beverly, and they got what we got. They got Usher, and you know what I mean. But they think they listen to old school.
Yeah,
but, you know what I'm saying? we go like a little further. So
yeah.
I just trying to connect with them on a full spectrum is different. But I keep an open minded and, like you say, not judge them.
Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that.